This is a two-fit outfit, the upper one, which is a free top with a drawstring and a palazzo trouser. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Help me like this video and drop your comments. Before starting to sew, the first thing I like to do is to take my measurements down. First, I located the tiniest part of my waist and I tied a rope at that area. That will help me to know my waistline. Now I placed my tape around that area to take my waist circumference. Just place it, make sure it's not too tight and it's not too loose, just like I did so. Next, I'm going to take my hip measurement. To take your hip circumference, place your tape around the widest part of your hip. Place your two fingers in between, just like I did so. Just try to move it up and down to make sure it's free. Don't make it too tight. Next, I want to take the full length of the short, so I'm going to place the tape this way on the waistline and take the full length of my short. It can be a short one or a 3/4. Even though you're taking the measurement for a full trouser, this is the same way you place your tape. Hold it down and then bend down to take the full length of the trouser, making sure you do not release the tape. So the next measurement I'll be taking is the crash depth. Sit on a seat with a flat surface and make sure you sit upright. After that, place your tape this way from the waistline and bring it down to touch the flat surface of the seat. Here I already have my fabric unfold and I've drawn a line here to serve as my waistline. Next, I went ahead to indicate the wrong part of my fabric. To start taking the measurement, I'm going to place my tape 1 inch above the waistline because I'll be using elastic band for this trouser. So from there, I marked my hip line, which I marked at 10 inches. See, placing my tape like that, I will mark my crash depth, which I marked at 12 inches. And I went ahead to draw a straight line on the boat. So on this waistline, I'll mark my round hip divide by 4. My round hip measurement is 40 inches. Divide by 4 will give me 10 inches. I went ahead to mark it. And from there, I'll be adding extra 2 inches. 1 inch for ease and 1 inch for sewing allowance. You can go ahead to add extra ease if you want your trouser to be big. So the total of what I have there is 12 inches. I'm going to be marking that 12 inches here and also on the crash line. And after that, I will go ahead to connect the 3 lines using a straight line. On this crash line, I'm going to divide my hip measurement by 16. This works for me perfectly. And that will give me 2.5 inches. That's 40 by 16, 2.5. I'll mark it there as my crash extension. From here, I came out by 1 inch and went ahead to curve the lines. I measured total of what I have on this crash line and I'll be placing the same measurement from here all the way to the hem line. And after that, I went ahead to connect the lines using a straight line. So placing my tape like this, 1 inch above the waistline, I'll take the full length of my trouser, which is the exact length of the fabric that I have. On this waistline, I'll be coming in by ½ inch. And after that, I'm just going to curve it to meet the hip line using the curvy part of my ruler. And that is it all, guys. I'm going to go ahead now, follow all the lines and cut it out. After cutting this front part, I will to cut the back part. Here I have this fabric unfold, and again I went ahead to indicate the wrong part. So I'll be placing my front part on this for the back, and I'll make sure that the back part is 1 inch longer than the front above. You can see, so here I have 1 inch here, and I'm going to go ahead and then slant it all the way back to the waist line. This is because our back is bigger than the front part. So I went ahead to extend the crash line. So here I'll be marking 2 inches from this place all the way down. So I went ahead to mark 2 inches all the way to the hem line. And after that, I went ahead to connect the lines all the way to the hem line using a straight line. So from this point as well, I'm marking 2 inches as well. So it means you are marking 2 inches from up all the way to the crash line and all the way to the hem line. So I just use my free hand to just curve it to get that crash curve. Okay, so after that, I'm just going to follow all the lines and cut it out, and that is it for the drafting. So when I go over to sewing machine, I'll stitch the crash area first. From here, I'll stitch using half an inch all the way to this point. So from this end, I'm going to leave about 1 inch. I'm not going to stitch it all the way till end. This is what I mean. I'll stitch from here. When I get to this point, I'll just leave about 1 inch, okay? So now if you want to add pockets, you're going to come down by at least 1 inch and then notch it. We'll be placing our pocket from there. So I'll go and do that. So after stitching it, this is what I have. Like I said, I will leave about 1 inch open, okay? You pay attention and see how I close that up. I've also gone ahead to add my pocket. If you don't still know how to add pocket to your trouser, I have a detailed video on my channel. So now I'm going to turn this over, right side facing up, and I'm going to place this one on it, right side facing down. So you're placing it right side facing each other. I'll bring out the pockets out like this and then make it to align together. I'll stitch with half inch and then go around the pocket all the way through this place and then stitch all the way to the hem part. I'll repeat the same thing on this other side as well. So after stitching the side, this is what is looking like. I'm done stitching the side. Okay, now is to work on this crash area. So I'm just going to hold it this way. Just place these two like this and stitch all the way till the end. Okay, you repeat the same process here. Hold these two like this and then stitch all the way till the end. There will be a little opening at the center. I will show you how to close that up. So after stitching it, this is what it's looking like, and I've also gone ahead to iron it down. So what you're going to do now, you're going to just hold it this way. Okay, hold these two sides this way and open it up very well. You can see what I just did. Let me just do it again. So your trouser is like this. Now this opening that is here, to close it up, you're going to hold this side like this and drag it this way to straighten it. Make sure you open up these stitches. This stitch, open it up very well, and then you are going to cover it. This is to make that area to look very neat. So I'll go ahead and close it now. So after closing it, this is how it's looking like. You can see how neat that area is looking. There is no folding at all. That's the essence of leaving it like that. And I've also gone ahead to hem the down part. Okay, and I've added my elastic band. This elastic band is very beautiful. If I put the video here, it will be very long and I don't want that. I have a detailed video for this elastic band. Please go ahead and watch it on my channel. You will thank me after watching that. It's very detailed and very beautiful and very easy to do. So if you have watched to this end, guys, thank you so much. Let me like this video. See you next time when I upload another video. Bye.